Gus the Hutt presents The Storm of Sidris.
Hi there everybody, and as always I am Gus the Hutt, and welcome to the Storm of Sidris campaign. We're going to be starting off going over the armies and giving you a look at the board, giving you a bit of background on this particular battle. So here we are on game number 1. This is the city fight portion of this particular scenario. So we're starting off with the forces of the Dark Angels coming down and investigating the capital city of Sidris 5. As always throughout this campaign, this is my opponent. Say hello, Lurch.
Hello, Lurch.
He's sounding a bit sexy at the moment as he's rocking a very sexy cold.
I've put my marine voice on for today.
His marine voice. Rawr. Okay, so if you want to take us through what's in your army for this particular...
Based on an urban sort of search and sweep, which is a scenario that was explained to me. They've come down from the Wrath of Caliban, my spaceship.
Yeah. Up there in high orbit above the planet.
With the guns all mystically not working. So I've just gone for a kind of a reconnaissance marine element, which is similar to what I would normally have gone for a main marine battle force. With, instead of having lots of marines with guns, I have less marines with guns. So there's 2 full tactical squads, one that has a missile launcher and a flamethrower, the other just has a plasma gun set within it. They've all been split to combat squads in order to cover more of the board because they're supposed to be looking for things. There's a scout squad tucked up here, and then there's an entire Raven Wing attack squadron with a Typhoon launcher, a heavy bolter attack bike, and a plasma gun and a flamer built in. The warlord of the army is in fact the Raven Wing sergeant because it's a 750 point.
And he's down here.
He is down there. It's just a standard Raven Wing veteran sergeant, but he's wearing a dress, so it makes him a Dark Angel.
Oh, that is the defining feature of Dark Angels, Space Marines in dresses.
Yes, he's got a dress, he's got black armour on, and some of them have got green armour on. That's Dark Angels.
Yes.
Except for the ones that wear white armour, of course. Just to really confuse things.
Yeah, well, none of them here today.
No. Oh, there's a rhino too.
Just for good measure.
Just better. It's better than walking, basically.
Just because an APC trundling around the streets of a deserted city looks cool.
Yes, it's all very Full Metal Jacket.
Yes. And here are the forces that they'll be going up against. This is a heretics and renegades army consisting of 2 renegade infantry platoons, mostly with 0 upgrades. They do all have the Covenant of Slanesh, giving them all fleet. On top of the 2 infantry platoons, there is also the renegade command squad being led by the Archdemigod for this particular game. He is the head of the Miners Guild, so he's very disgruntled about the way the miners have been treated and all the labourers, and he is Scarkill. Extra points for getting that reference. Also bringing along a unit of 4 renegade Ogrim brutes. These guys here. They account for the heavy lifting portion of the labour force on this planet. So they've been roped into helping out the traitorous legions. So we'll quickly go over the scenario. The basic scenario here is that the Dark Angels split off into 2 groups. The other group have gone to investigate the source of the jamming signal. A link to that battle will be down in the description. We will be fighting this battle first and probably fighting that other one at a later date. Hopefully get it in today, but probably not. So you might be waiting a little while, so eventually there'll be a link for you to view that video. In this particular battle though, we have the Dark Angel forces that have come down to investigate the city. Now they've found it rather lacking in populace. They're trying to look for civilians, any survivors of the uprising, but have so far found none. This is where the battle comes in. As they are scouting around, they will have been ambushed by the renegade forces. Scenario is that Dark Angels have all set up on the table. They've been allowed to set up anywhere they like on the table that is more than 12 inches away from the table edge, and more than 6 inches apart from each other, representing a more sort of spread out search party force. Now, the Renegade Legions will be taking first turn unless he wishes to steal the initiative, which probably not. No.
It will make a dull.
Yeah.
Dull.
What happened in the first turn? Things moved.
Yeah.
Things moved. Nothing happened.
For Dark Angels, they shot something.
Okay then, so we're going to just about to be starting. My Warlord has the Warlord trait. I can't remember what it's called. It's Conqueror of Cities, I believe. It gives them stealth ruins and move through cover ruins, which will be quite handy for me, as it makes sense because my group knows the city very well.
So I've chosen for the Lion, which I can't really do with my voice like this, which gives his unit with the Sergeant Furious Charge on a motorbike.
It's pretty furious.
Yep.
Getting run over by a motorbike is, yeah. Vroom indeed.
Or Vroom Daka Daka, to put it.
Orc at heart.
Only fantasy battle, but apparently if you read the rumours, that doesn't exist anymore.
We're going to be going on now to Heretics and Renegades, turn 1. So at the end of Heretics movement phase, I had one unit of Heretics move on from this table edge, along with the Demigod and his command unit. Had a unit of the Ogren Brutes come on this table edge. Another unit of Heretics over on that table edge with a unit with a grenade launcher in it. Another unit over there with a melter gun, getting ready to blow up that rhino. Another unit just there. Another unit coming on this corner, trying to sneak up behind that tactical squad in the industrial area.
Shh, be very quiet.
And then a final unit over here, getting ready to flame that unit of tactical marines there. So we're going to go on to Heretics shooting phase. Okay, end of Heretics shooting phase, and it was uneventful.
Stuff died.
Stuff died. Stuff did die. Okay, so yeah, my arch demigod, he shot at the unit of bikes, killing one of them with his plasma pistol. They jinked, so they'll be snap shooting next turn. There was a whole load of shooting elsewhere, not producing a lot. Killed one tactical marine over here. And that's pretty much it. Everything else opened up and did very little. This unit ran because it was out of range of everything. That was a bit of a bad positioning on my part. And yeah, the unit of Ogrins ran down here because they don't have any ranged weaponry of note. So we're going to, if you want to roll a leadership test for these two, we'll do that on camera. So they're fine. So we're going on now then to Dark Angels movement turn 1. Right, so end of Dark Angels movement phase. Let's I'll let you run us through what happened.
I moved some marines.
Brilliant.
You want it more than that? Essentially what I've done is I've moved the rhino around to put his front armour towards the guys that ran towards it, because it was side on. Not that that makes any difference, because it's got a melter gun in that unit, and rhinos have tissue paper in the front armour anyway. The attack bike has rolled backwards slightly to stop these guys getting towards it, and also to give them a turn of firing at them, forcing Ian to split his choices between shooting over there. These guys have got quite annoyed that they killed Kevin the Space Marine. So I've gone yomping towards them, but they're not going to get to anything close like combat this turn, so they're just going to do some shooting.
Grenade launchers in the face will do that though.
Grenade launchers do have the ability to offend. This squad of guys over here had just gone tearing towards the nearest available unit of heretics to go and teach them that heresy is not the way forward.
Because they're very naughty boys.
They are very, very naughty boys. None of them are the Messiah.
None of them are the Messiah. They're very naughty boys.
The tactical squad in the middle didn't really quite know what to do, so they've just run away from the Ogryns a little bit in a tactical marine manoeuvre, not running away from the Ogryns. The lance bit of Typhoon has turned round to face some of the only heavy weaponry that I have on the board towards the Ogryns, what with them being large. The tactical squad with the missile launcher is also rather conveniently facing directly towards the Ogryns. The two Ravenwing bikers down here, having been plasma gunned in the face and jinking as they're going to have to snap shoot this turn, have decided to get very, very close with the snap shooting in order to assault afterwards.
Love it.
Warlord units over there has also gone rocking over to the nearest available unit of conks and is going to shoot them a little bit and then probably get in and have a bit of a tickle fight. The scouts don't really know quite what to do, so
they're just watching.
Yeah, they're just doing what scouts do. It's like, one day we can be real Marines. Don't look all that great, actually. We'll just sit up here.
They're just munching on popcorn, watching the show.
Yeah. Well, they've taken the high ground in the book repository with a sniper rifle. Controversial.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the shooting phase yields.
So where's the grassy knoll?
There's no grass, is there? Well, that will upset some conspiracy theorists. There's no grassy knoll.
There is no grassy knoll.
Which one's JFK?
Okay, so we're going
on to shooting some stuff.
Yes.
Some of.
Okay, here at the end of the Dark Angel shooting phase, let's run us through what's happened.
The Dark Angels took the approach on the thing that they started shooting at us first, so we shouldn't ask anyone any questions and just unloaded, and that was pretty much that. The bikes in the corner over here did the grand total of nothing. Because they were jinking around all over the place. It makes it a bit tricky apparently to shoot straight.
Yep.
The tactical squad over here that had moved into a position to an assault, the sergeant made a decision to just unload with bolt guns at rapid fire, which he did.
As well as they did as well, didn't they?
Which they did as well, which actually did the damage to make them, it took out all the flamers and the other bits and pieces. In fact, I believe they should be running away going.
Yeah, well, a very interesting thing happened at this point. Pardon you?
The random leadership.
Yes, heretics and renegades have a rule called uncertain worth, and they get a random leadership value on the first time that they make a leadership check. It's a roll of a d6 plus 4. These guys happen to roll a 6, getting them a leadership of 10, and then I proceeded to roll their leadership check and rolled a double 6. So
we'll be saying bye-bye to them.
Yeah, they are running off the table and earning you first blood for the game. Yeah, Usain Lurch.
It's the laziest Usain Bolt ever. These guys over here shot those guys over there and put some holes in a building, essentially not doing very much at all.
Yes, they were using that +1 to their cover saves for the Warlord trait to maximum effect, as I rolled a lot of 3s for their cover saves.
A lot of them would have been dead if it weren't for the fact they were cowering like weasels in a building.
Yep.
The attack bike killed some of these gonks, but they automatically passed their leadership test due to some weird chaosy.
Yeah, they have they have the icon in the unit which they automatically pass their first leadership check of the turn.
The Rhino shot someone and killed them, teaching them to not run with knives. Over here, there was a lot of love being directed towards the Ogryns, who, the more astute of you will notice, are all still there.
Well, although one of the front one is now only on 1 wound.
Yeah, again, crack missiles, fun with friends.
Yep.
The Typhoon Landspeeder was amazing. It fired 2 crack missiles and unloaded a heavy bolter, and did absolutely nothing. It either missed or failed to wound with everything. It was epic.
Fun times.
Fun indeed. The crack missile from the tactical squad here did a wound And the bolt guns also took another wound off. Oh no, was it the bolt gun or the snipers that did a wound?
No, it was the bolt guns.
It was the bolt guns. They just decided to have a bit of a crack as well.
Yeah, the snipers did a wound and they passed their armour save.
Yeah, tinged off. The snipers were sitting in the high ground with sniper rifles, which is where they're supposed to be. The sergeant appears to be treating it as a kind of training session, so they had a bit of a crack at an ogrin, and it just bounced off his armour. Down here, the Raven Wing unit with the flamethrower in fired the bolters first just to tease the guys inside the building with their "I've got a great cover save," and then flamethrower them all to death.
Yeah. They lost their icon bearer, so they rolled for their uncertain worth, rolled a 9, and they passed their leadership check.
Which is annoying, because now I have to kill them the old-fashioned way with a chainsaw right in the face.
That's old school.
That is old school. Well, maybe not a chainsaw, but yeah, pointy things to the face.
Alright, so we're going to be going on to the assault phase now for Dark Angels. As I think you're wishing to be doing some chargings.
I think I will be doing some chargings.
Okay, so we'll be back at the end of the assault phase. Okay, at the end of Dark Angels assault phase, the bikes over here, they charged into the unit of cultists that are there, killing 3 of them in the attack and losing 1 member back. Lost the combat by 2 but passed my leadership check. And
these guys couldn't have failed much more epically if they tried.
No, they tried to charge and what did you roll?
Less than they required to get to where they needed to go.
They rolled a double 1 for their charge range, and these guys live to fight another day. Well,
they'll live to fight about another 5 seconds.
Yeah, this is true.
So just cock the flamethrower, guys. Throw me your matches.
There's still a grenade launcher there, so he might take one of you down before he
dies.
He goes down himself.
In pain.
Yeah, which is going to happen.
Yes, very prone.
Yeah.
Very, very prone.
Okay, so that's on to Heretics turn 2. Heretics movement phase. Okay, the guys in the building over here decided to stay where they were as they're nice and well protected.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry?
I've got a cold.
Oh, that's okay. The guys that are over here, oh wait, they're dead. So we moved on. The Demigog and his unit are moving up through the ruins, heading over towards there. That bike is quite happily bogged down there, I think, for a little while. So, okay, so we've just realised that the biker there has a hit and run skill.
And I would have probably used it. I mean, I've only been playing Dark Angels.
Yeah, well, this game is all for fun, so go on, roll it.
No, I don't mind.
No, go on, do it.
He deserves to get twatted.
Okay. Well, getting twatted for being a twat?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Basically, he's either going to redeem himself or get killed horribly, and then we can retrieve his gene seed.
Yeah, this channel is getting very fastly a PG rating.
Yes.
That was always going to happen, wasn't
There
it?
should be some bleep. There should be a bleep machine.
There will probably be some bleep.
Well, that's fine then.
Yeah.
I can call you a bleeping bleep, bleep, bleepity bleep, 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 and it's fine.
Self-censoring, yeah.
Yeah, so I would have probably hit and run, but I forgot, so.
Yeah.
Because
you are a bleep.
A total bleep.
Yeah. Okay. What else moved? Yes, the Ogrins over here moved, and they're probably going to try and charge at the end of the turn, but it's a very long shot going over the drop pod there. Then they will be needing double 6, but they are fleet as they all have Covenant of Slaanesh. So
just so we're entirely clear about this, they're 12 feet tall, built like the side of a house, but it's okay. They're fleet-footed.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Built like a brick bleep house.
Yes. But motorbikes,
yeah.
motorbikes with engines and wheels and general vroomy goodness, they're not fleet.
No, they're not.
If they roll a double 1, it stays a double 1.
No.
No re-rolls or anything.
No, they don't even have skilled rider like White Scars do.
I bet White Scars have got it.
Yeah, that's not a sore point with you at all, is it?
My white bicycle.
Bitter much?
Like a lemon.
Right. So what else moved? Right, the renegades over here, they moved up, trying to get a bit closer to the attack bike there, as did the other unit there. I believe that's everything else. Oh, the unit hiding in the ruins over there have decided to stand their ground.
Sorry, is that cold again? We totally bow down to sponsors. And Coca-Cola would like to sponsor us, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, because it's always the real thing. Is that Coke?
That is.
No, the real thing.
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
I'm loving it anyway. If McDonald's want to sponsor us as well, that'd be amazing.
that would be.
Why are they playing their game from a sofa? Well, since their Coke and McDonald's sponsorships come in, they now weigh 75 stone each. They've had to get their children to move the models for them because their pudgy fingers can't. There's a tangent. Did anything else move?
Well, I think we're kind of moving away from the objectivity here.
So unlike us, we're normally so slick and professional.
Okay, yeah, so moving on now then to heretic shooting phase. Okay, so end of my shooting phase, and nothing happened. Oh, no, something did happen. I managed to put one wound onto the attack bike from a combination of shooting from this unit and this unit, as aptly demonstrated by my glamorous assistant.
This guy over here with his grenade launcher hit this building.
Yes, he did.
Which was a particularly good shot when he was aiming at this unit.
There's a slight exaggeration, but yes, there was a similar happenstance happened over here.
Oh, Marines! Oh, look, a squirrel. One dead squirrel.
Well, that's what happens when you have guys with blast weapons with ballistic skill of 2.
I don't know. I don't have any of those.
No.
Rubbish.
Okay, going on to my assault phase now with a desperate charge from the Ogrins. Which I might as well roll on camera. I'm going to be needing a 10, it turns out. And they have fleet. It's a 4.
The one's re-rollable. You need a 6.
Yes, I'll be re-rolling that. Try and get them. No, so close! It was a 6 and it bounced off the guy.
So you mean that Marine's butt did its job?
It did. It did.
Ping!
Yes, I forgot the Overwatch. So
No, we didn't. I was standing here with the dice in my hands.
Okay.
Cheating ARAM. Flamethrower, which ironically is out of range. But it's probably 4.
It's funny how that works, isn't
To
it?
do 2 automatic hits.
2 automatic hits.
There's 2, and there's some bolt guns and stuff going on in there.
Okay.
Most of them aren't in rapid fire. 2 of them probably are. 1 isn't, and a bolt pistol. Oops. Yep, solid shooting, boys.
Yeah. So I'll do the 2 hits from
The flamethrower.
a flamethrower. So wounding on 5s.
Rather toasty. Does a wound.
What does a wound? And it's only AP 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, so they've got carapace armour for 4 up save.
So he's dead.
So yeah, the front guy died, which meant I
Would have failed the charge.
would have failed the charge regardless. So, okay, going on now then to Dark Angels turn 2.
And nobody's going to eat barbecued ogre at all. What's got 2 legs that goes woof? That ogre.
You're such a bleep, you know that?
Not total bleep.
Okay, Dark Angels turn 2. Okay, end of the Dark Angels movement phase. Now at this point we actually realised that we'd forgotten the assault phase, where there was one combat going on over here, but we fought it out and it turns out nothing happened.
Well, something did happen. The Ravenwing biker, I would say, used the hit and run skill, but as he failed to hit in combat, we're just calling it the run skill.
Yeah, we actually remembered it this time.
Yes, well, actually, you remembered it. I still, having played Dark Angel for a quarter of a century, had no idea. He didn't run away anyway. It was, once again, a tactical repositioning.
Yes. And he ended up over here.
Far away.
Yeah. We had a tactical squad moving in close to the command unit.
As did they.
They decided to move up as well.
The attack bike has gone...
That dude's not there, he's dead.
Crispy critter. The attack bike over here has gone and got right up in the grill of these chaps, and the two worst shooting units in the game have decided that they'd like to get really, really, really close to each other and see if they can do anything.
Yes.
These
Worst shooty, but most survivable.
Yes, well, because if you don't keep hitting anybody with the guns, you don't tend to die.
Is that how this game works?
Exactly. I'm no military genius or anything, but if you don't shoot anyone, unlikely to die.
Okay. Good to know for the future.
The scout unit have actually just got a fire going, having a bit of a brew, and essentially watching.
Yep.
Otherwise, that's pretty much it. I'm going to shoot you now.
Yeah, there was a little bit of movement. Well, actually, no, there wasn't. There wasn't a lot of movement from over here, was there?
No, the bikes are just sitting outside the room, going vroom, vroom.
Just revving.
Vroom.
Ready to roll that another double one.
What is it for Brother Toasty over there, who's just turning his flamethrower up to 11? Ooh, wait a minute. It's getting hot in here.
Well, why don't you just make it go to 10 and make it a little bit hotter?
10 hotter.
Yeah.
Because I want a setting of 11. Like the plasma guns in Dark Angels all have a setting of 11. It's how they roll.
This is Spinal Dark Angel.
Spinal Angel. If that's not a successor chapter, I don't know what is.
Right, so we're going to go on to Dark Angel shooting. Okay, end of the Dark Angel shooting. It's been eventful.
Stuff happened.
Not massively eventful, but eventful.
Things went bang, stuff happened.
Right, there was some shooting went on over here.
The Ogren's got some love.
There's a plasma shot that put a wound onto
An Ogren. Crack missile missed from there.
Absolutely everything over here opened up into the Ogrins and managed to cause two wounds.
Two whopping wounds. The snipers are having a brew, and
they really are, aren't they?
Seemed to miss the shooting phase altogether, as well as the Ogrins and everything else they were trying to hit. Yeah. The two tactical units over here did direct some love in towards the command squad,
which is now down to 2 men, which I actually need to make a leadership test for them.
You do indeed.
Yeah. So they have the uncertain worth rule. So they have a leadership of 8.
We'll say bye-bye now.
And they'll be running away.
Bye-bye.
Running away a grand total of 10 inches. Okay, so it worked out there. 10 inches was off of this table edge. So that is Slay the Warlord for you. As my Warlord has now legged it.
If you can't take the heat, don't stand in front of a flamethrower. Crazy idea.
Wise words.
I'm full of something anyway.
Okay, yeah, so, well, he didn't die, so he lives to fight another again in the campaign, so he chose the better part of valour.
Yes, discretion definitely being there.
Yeah.
The attack bike shot some stuff, killed some things. And then Brother Plasma Gun over in the corner here, who our more eagle-eyed viewers notice is no longer there. Downside of the Dark Angels, turn your plasma gun up to 11.
Yeah, a little puddle of green slag in the middle there.
Just don't you call it a slag? Shut it, you slag. But he is a smoking pair of boots right now. There is nothing else left of him.
Yeah, they managed to kill one of the cultists hiding in the...
Well, thank you. One cultist for the cost of one plasma gun toting marine. Seems like an entirely reasonable trade-off.
Yeah.
This is fruit, of course. As gamers, we shun this. But we do feed it to our children.
Yes.
We'll keep hold of that for the time being.
For when Lurch eats a banana, an amazing transformation happens. He
he throws up.
Yeah, well, he can't poo for a week.
Is that not normal? Medical help.
Right, did it?
I'm going to do some assaulting now.
Right, what happened with the rhino over here?
I killed one guy over there.
Kill one guy and...
They toasted one bloke.
One dude, and they need to make a leadership test
I
as
think they do
well.
need to make a leadership test, but
Yes.
their leadership is...
9.
Well, they're off as well, then, aren't they? Oof, they love it.
They love it!
It's like they're trying to assault me.
Insane heroism.
This is our house. It's ours.
Okay, are you doing any assaulting?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going on to Dark Angels Assault Phase 2. So end of the Dark Angels Assault Phase, and things died.
Some stuff did indeed die. Over here, you'll notice the absence of cultists, purged.
Yeah.
However, Brother Doofus decided instead of riding through the gap in the building, he would attempt to make his own, and he's no longer with us now.
Yeah, says he failed that dangerous terrain check that White Scars wouldn't have.
Because of their skill, riders. However, White Scars players have to paint all their bikes white. Which is the equivalent of sacrificing your soul to some kind of demon, which makes them heretics, which, as far as I'm concerned, means we should go and kill them.
Black is infinitely cooler.
Black is cooler, and it goes faster and it's slimming.
Yeah, it goes with everything.
Goes with everything, you can accessorise. This is now turned into the gayest. Not that there's anything wrong with being of the gay.
No, not at all.
Without them, we'd have no style icons.
Exactly.
Over here, the attack bike barreled in, killed somebody with a Hammer of Wrath attack, and then we had to actually check the attack bike's profile for combat in the codex, because who the hell charges attack bikes into a fight? I had no idea how many attacks they got. So they've chopped a couple of guys down. The one remaining guy tried to hit him back. Didn't work. He ran away. They killed him.
It turns out we probably could have used common sense to figure out that it has 2 attacks as there's 2 guys there, but common sense...
And 40k players,
No.
they're here. 40k, common sense.
That's a long way away.
Far away.
Yes.
So he consolidated a bit, they consolidated a bit, and the bike that could have charged into the Ogrins over there...
Decided it would...
He had a long, hard think about it.
Best not.
And decided it was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
So he's just sitting there looking at 3 Ogrins now instead.
Okay. So now going on to Heretics turn 3.
We should be a lot quicker, because
I'm running out of models.
there's not that many of them left.
No. Okay, end of Heretics movement phase, and the ones that were fighting down in this corner have moved up and round.
However, we figured they'd gone chasing after the one bike because they couldn't see around the corner of the 10 Marines that they've just run into.
Yeah, the Ogrins have moved up. They're going to be getting ready to charge the Marines over here. The unit in the building over here have decided that they're nice and snuggly and warm in there. That cold's getting worse.
It's terrible. Papa Nurgle has visited me.
The cultists over here have moved up. They're going to try and take out that attack bike. That is their ultimate goal. We've actually worked out this is my 3rd turn, and I have actually earned 0 kill points already.
We do also suspect that is about to change.
Yes.
So the ogres are probably going to rip someone's face off.
This is my hope. So we're going to go on to Heretics shooting phase. Okay, so end of Heretics shooting. The Heretics over here opened fire at the bike that they plan on charging and did nothing. Unit over here opened fire on those and did nothing.
That's what you get for hiding in a building.
But shot with the melter gun before firing with anything else at the attack bike, which is no longer there.
Boo.
So I got a kill point so far in this game from an attack bike.
Made his points back.
Yep.
Actually, probably didn't. I don't know how much that unit cost, but it probably wasn't that much.
Let me double check that.
Sorry, shouldn't be making you do numbers, should we?
65 points for that one of those units.
There you go, it only cost 45 points.
More than made his points back.
Yeah, that relic riding around. Yeah, it's dead.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay, going on to heretics assault phase. So at the end of that assault phase, my cultists over here assaulted the bike and lost one of their number, but because the icon's still there, they passed their leadership test, and he managed to make a successful hit and run to get away. The Ogrins charged into the unit of Space Marines and did 8 wounds to them, and they passed all of their saves.
The Emperor protects and stuff. This is the abridged version. Obviously, my celebration during the actual combat phase went on for longer and was far more obscene.
Yeah. Well, with their random attacks and their rampage, they actually got 21 attacks and managed to do nothing. In fact, you even did a wound to them.
They lost combat.
They lost combat, and they're fearless though, but
they lost combat.
They still lost combat. So, yeah, that's the end of that assault phase. Going on to Dark Angels, turn 3. Okay, so Dark Angels movement phase. Take us through what happened.
The hit and run plasma guy turned around and got belting back because he's having great fun with those cultists over there. He's whittling them down slowly all by himself. The sergeant from the Ravenwing squad and the flamer guy have gone whipping round to try and back things up should it go a bit wrong over there. The tactical squad from over here has moved into position, deciding that they are going to go and assist their brethren in a struggle against some massive ogres. 2 of the ogres are on 1 wound, or ogrins are on 1 wound, so I figure if I can get in there and do a bit of damage, I can reduce the number of attacks that they'll take quite dramatically.
Well, they're only initiative 2, so you'll be fighting
so
first.
Over here, there's a unit of heretics pretty much out in the open. I've retasked the Typhoon. There's not really a viable target for it over there. I've moved it to over here so I can shoot down the road.
So they're frag missiles?
You can fire frag missiles and crack.
So probably some frag missiles over there.
Waste of a crack missile, yep.
Yeah.
The Rhino's pulled back here to fire the Stormbolter down the road again, just trying to present targets in different directions to create a crest fire. The Scouts have probably moved on to the burgers are probably done by now.
Yeah, they've moved on from the tea and are now on the cakes.
And the Gonks over in the corner here, who just seem to be losing Marines a ridiculous rate for very little in return, have decided to go and have a fight.
Well, 2 Marines in 3 turns isn't that ridiculous a rate.
There's only 5 of them, and they've only killed 1 cultist.
It's quite funny. From this angle, it looks like you've got a halo.
The Emperor protects. Over there with the armor saves and stuff. Yeah.
Oh!
So now I'm going to shoot you some.
Okay. So back at the end of Dark Angel shooting. Okay, so that was a very eventful shooting phase, and there is a unit of renegades that are not there.
However, the other plasma gun, that's right, I've taken 2 plasma guns. He's not here because I made the heroic choice of firing twin-link bolters or the plasma gun.
You thought it would be much more thematic to...
Dark Angel with a plasma gun is going to shoot a plasma gun, isn't it? So he blew his face off.
Yes.
So 100% of the plasma weaponry in this game killed itself.
Yes. That is what plasma guns do.
Yeah, they kill some other things, but mainly themselves.
Yes.
So don't play with plasma.
But yeah, so there is a unit of heretics that are no longer there.
There's also a unit of heretics that's no longer over here.
Yeah, another unit that is no longer over there.
And even the Coopers over there with their bolt pistols managed to kill 2 people.
Yep, and they're now planning on a bit of a charge.
A bit of a cheeky assault.
So there's another charge going on
over there.
Over here. So we're going to be going on to Dark Angels. Okay, so the end of the assault phase, and the other unit of Space Marines charged in to help out here, which is good they did because they managed to kill an Ogrin. But I managed to do another 3 wounds back. Have some the spectators are very excited about this series of events.
I'm not sure what the stats of a Gruffalo actually are. I suspect they're quite tasty in combat. Big bad mice though got fear.
Yeah. Yep. So that ended up being a drawn combat, causing 3 wounds each. And over here we managed to lose combat over here, but the renegades have the icon, so they passed their leadership test, so that is an ongoing combat as well. That now means going into heretics turn 4, which, seeing as I only have 2 units left, and they are both in combat, means going straight to the assault phase.
Movement phase. That was quick.
Yep, no, movement phase, nothing happens. Shoot phase, nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
And we'll be back at the end of the assault phase. Okay, end of my assault phase, and 1 Ogrin died. Unit causing no wounds whatsoever. They ended up with a paltry 3 attacks back in this round of combat. Over here, I managed to kill 1 of the attackers, but taking out a lot more than mine. It's my turn 4, so start of that round is automatic pass on the leadership check for the icon. So on to Dark Angel's turn.
We do the Dark
4.
Angel's movement live.
Okay, yeah, oh god, live on camera.
Whoosh.
Zoom.
Vroom, 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 vroom.
Vroom.
And then...
And back where he started.
Yeah. Because why not?
Why not? Why not indeed?
The shooting phase is
a moot point.
they're going to shoot that building. They're going to shoot that dice box. And then for the assault phase, the bikes over here.
Which we might as well do live. So, your assault range.
Bikes are in.
On single dice.
I was all that, right? That's what happens when we do things live.
Yeah. The ineptitude and clumsiness of us shines through.
2 Hammer of Wrath attacks at swing 5 because they furious charge. That is 1 wound. You've got to roll your saving throw because that could actually kill him.
Yep. 4 up. And he's dead.
Wheel spins on his head.
He dies before he gets an attack in. And then we go to the last combat over here. You get your 2 attacks.
3s. 2 hits. Oh, only one of them's dead.
Only one of them's dead. 1 survives. With his 1 attack back. It's a hit.
Whoa.
Wounding on 5s. It's a wound.
It's a save.
It's a save. And because I automatically passed my leadership check last turn, I can't do it this turn.
I got that random leadership twaddle.
Yep, so his random leadership value is 8. Lost combat by 1, so leadership 7. And he passes. But I think we will call it there as a solid victory for the Dark Angels. Any final thoughts?
Heretics were purged.
Heretics were indeed purged.
Players got to play. Purgers got to purge.
In-
Otherwise, yeah. No, once the Ogrins were toast, it was pretty much game over.
Yep.
And heretics without any armour die really easily.
Yes, they do. Yeah. I suppose you can make this Heretics and Renegades army competitive, but not if you're taking basic point troops without any upgrades.
But then the whole point of it is it's a fluff-driven campaign. So
Yes. Yeah, so these were armed civilians.
yes.
Disgruntled mine workers that haven't been paid.
And the Dark Angels just killed them in the face in the same way that they would have done if they were raging Slaaneshi loots.
Yes.
Because that's how we roll.
Yep. Well, that is what Marines do. They go down and they
don't ask questions.
they kill little upstart insurgents.
Yep. That's the tale of the tape so far.
Yeah.
I'm going to become an insurgent. I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. So as you may have noticed throughout the course of this this game, it's gone from blazing sunshine to night time. So we were going to play the second game of the campaign tonight, but it will have to be postponed for another day.
Because my girlfriend will beat me.
Yes, the second game will be what is happening elsewhere at the source of the jamming signal, where both of our main army commanders will be facing off against each other. So that'd be a slightly larger points game. This was a 750. That one will be a 1,000-point game. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, like the channel, subscribe, and
if you don't, then just bleep off.
Okay, yeah, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
That's getting edited out, right?
Nope.